Rise and grind, back at you with another video with the Pull-Up King. Alright, in this video we got a 2019 Kia Sorento LX model, all-wheel drive, 3.3 V6. Now, if you're having problems with loud noise coming from your wheels when you're driving and they rotate, maybe a roar or a humming sound, it's a good possibility you need these wheel bearings. This is the wheel bearing hub assembly. Good thing these don't have the bearings that have to be pressed out and pressed in. So we got 4 bolts to hold it in. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna knock that out. It's gonna be for all 4, front and back. And they are the same part number. I thought they were gonna be a different part number, but that's the part number for all of them. So if you were wondering, because I didn't want to buy these and they were wrong, so that's what we got. So let me go ahead and jump on it, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna knock this out. Let's get it.
We have emotion, nigga. We have emotion, we have emotion. Yeah.
Hit with another one.
We have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma ride for this, I'ma grind for this, I did time for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. Cause we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma grind for this, I did time for this, I'ma shine for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. We have emotion, I swear I ain't bragging and boasting.
For those that's wondering, I don't need jack stands. I have a jack rod. That's all that's needed. Alright, these are your hub assemblies. Come one whole piece. You don't have to press these. It's a little more easier than the other setup, but we do have to get to these 4 bolts on the back side of it, and in order to do that we got to remove the axle. Take the axle out, pull back, get the spindle off of this shock, lean it forward. I've seen some people take the whole spindle off, but I'm not going to do that. Take off your brake caliper and your bracket, of course. And we got a 3/4 inch socket, and we're going to hold this wrench and hold that side and back that out. So before we take both these bolts out, you want to remove this ABS sensor, 10mm, so it doesn't stretch and pull and break off. Got that out the way. I went ahead and took that 12mm bolt out right there, so that won't stretch. Alright, we're going to take out that axle nut, and that's going to be a 32mm. Alright, we got that out. That thing just go right, push right back. Alright, let me just drop that right out, push that CV axle out, and you can see we got these control arms. That's what we looking like. I recommended those because I saw that. And these CV axles are pretty rusty. He said they were replaced, but not sure when. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the caliper and the bracket. Got 2 bolts on the back. Get those out. As you can see, there's really no order to do this. I mean, you can do it however you please, as long as you get it done. Alright, we got it hung up, out the way. Alright, next we got to get the rotor off. We got a Phillips head. Get that out with an impact driver. Alright, so we got both of those out. There's 2 of those. Of course, it'll be a lot easier if you do it before it falls. Alright, we get those 14mm bolts out. Now we're going to tap on the hub itself and push it out. Alright, we got it out. That thing is, got it out with the hammer. I just tapped on the back of it and knocked it out. So what I'm gonna do here is just go ahead and clean up the surface. Matching up. Alright, we got it in there in place. You want to get them in finger tight. You don't want to cross thread by hitting it with an impact immediately. You gotta get the threads in there and make sure they catch. And we in there. Reverse order, put everything back together. Let me show these tie rods. You can see that they busted. Busted up in there. Front passenger. Driver side done. I'm gonna head to the back. Alright, we on to the rear. And we're gonna go ahead and knock this out. It's a different setup. Gonna start with that 32 mil CV axle nut. Alright, we got a 14 mil top bolt and a bottom one. Caliper out the way. Alright, next hit these two Phillip heads. Get the rotor off. Rotor off. Hit it with that mallet. Alright, so we got to get to these 4 bolts that's behind the spindle. I want to try to get a good angle so y'all can see this. Alright, so this is the back of the spindle. See the axle. And we see our 4 bolts. Gotta hit those and get those out. 14 mil. I'm gonna show you how. So I'm using a combination of extensions. Got 2 here, got a 14 mil deep socket and a 1/2 inch ratchet. I'm gonna show you my setup. Alright, this is my setup. You can see. Now to get more leverage, you can use one of these. 1/2 inch. It does extend and give you leverage. Alright, once it's broken free, I'm going to go ahead and take it out. And we're going to do all of them the same way. That's all 4 of the bolts. I'm going to push that CV axle back. That's what I'm going to use. Alright, so next we want to tap this out. I'm going to use a hammer. Alright, just pull that right off. Now we're going to tap that through there. Alright, man, got it out. I just tapped the back of it, popped it right out. And the pads are extremely low on the rear. I recommend those. Alright, passenger side, rear is complete. Always make an indentation right there where you have that slot that holds the nut in place. That's it for the driver's side. Hey man, I hope the video helped out. Until next time, Pull Up King.